afternoon, Sarah and Emmy.
Afternoon.
This afternoon what we're going to do is we're going to learn the skill of bag valve mask ventilation. And to do that, I'm going to use the 4-stage approach to a skill. Have you heard of that?
I think I'm familiar with it.
Okay.
Just heard of it, but I've not actually seen it.
Okay, so let's just recap what the 4 stages are. So the first stage is where I go through the skill without talking through it. The second stage, I will talk through what I'm doing. The third stage, I'm going to get one of you to lead me through the skill. And then the final stage, the 4th stage, one of you is going to do the skill. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yep.
So we're going to use a scenario, and the scenario is that I have been called to the labour ward for a newborn baby which is being delivered. Okay? So I'm going to start going through the 4 stages now. Help, can I have some assistance, please? Okay, so I'm now going to move on to the second stage, so I'll talk through what I was doing. So I'm approaching with caution. Help, can I have some assistance, please? And I've put my gloves on to make sure that I'm safe and that the baby's safe. Stimulate, no response. Position the baby in a neutral position, and I'm looking in the airway, and there's nothing in the airway. I'm going to look, listen and feel. They're not breathing. So I need to give bag valve mask ventilation. I'm going to measure my mask. And that's the right size. Goes from the dimple in the chin to the bridge of the nose. Connect it up and I check that my bag is working. And using the C on the mask and an E with my fingers on the jaw, I'm going to open the airway and deliver 5 effective rescue breaths. 1, I can see the chest is moving. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm now going to reassess, and the baby is breathing. Okay, so Emmy, could I ask you to lead me through this skill?
Give it a try. Okay, so first thing, you need to have a safe approach.
Okay.
And come in and ask for help.
So, help, can I have some assistance, please?
Okay, so you've got your assistance. You need to put on your gloves so you're safe. First, can you stimulate the baby?
There's no response.
There's no response. Then you want to make sure that their airway is patent. You look in the mouth, put them in the neutral position as well.
Okay, so neutral, nothing in the mouth.
Nothing in the mouth. So to see if they're breathing. So you need to look, listen and feel.
Okay.
And your baby's still not breathing.
They're not breathing now.
Okay, so you need to give them some bag mask ventilation. So you need to select the right kind of mask.
Okay.
It needs to cover the nose and go to the dimple of the chin. So just check that.
So that fits?
It fits. Okay, then to check, get your bag, your bag and connect it. Make sure it's working. Okay, and then put it on the baby. Now what you need to do is, you need 5 breaths. You need to give 5 breaths to the baby.
What do I do with this?
So if your left hand, you put a C, your thumb and your index finger, and your other 3 fingers, you put E on the chin and put it in neutral position.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, I think that's it.
Is there anything I might need to do after that?
You need to reassess your baby.
And they're now breathing. So, would one of you like to go through that skill?
Can try.
Okay, all right, Emmy. And Sarah, if you can watch and see if there's any areas which may have been accidentally overlooked as we go through the skill.
Okay.
Okay, off you go, Emmy.
Okay, so I come in and I need to have a safe approach and make sure everything is all right. And then I need to be safe in terms of infection prevention, so I need to wear some gloves.
I think you forgot to shout for help.
Yes. Can I please have some help, please? Okay. So I have help. Time to assess my baby. To stimulate them.
So there's no response.
No response. Okay. We put them in the neutral position and look in the airway. Is the airway clear?
The airway is clear.
Okay. And then I need to look, listen, and feel and see if they're actually breathing.
They're not breathing.
They're not breathing. Okay. So now I need to give them some breaths, so to get the right kind of mask, which covers their mouth, goes to the chin and the nose, so that will work. I need a bag I need a bag connected. Check this works.
It's working.
Okay. So C, put my thumb, my index finger, and my 3 fingers up in the airway, and I give 5 breaths.
Excellent. So you've got really good chest movement there.
Okay. And then I need to reassess. Are they breathing now?
They are breathing now. Okay. So, we're going to have a little bit more opportunity to practice.
Yeah.
But do either of you have any questions on that skill?
I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
So when I've seen resuscitation before, I know sometimes you hook up an oxygen source.
Okay.
Is there a reason that we didn't do that in this case?
So this is a newborn baby, and when we're doing newborn resuscitation, we don't use oxygen at the beginning because there are risks associated with that. If they were on the neonatal unit and had been there for some time, then yes, you're completely correct. We would use oxygen in that situation.
It's really interesting because actually in our unit, we always use oxygen.
Okay, so that's a useful learning point, isn't it? And you had another question?
Yes, so I saw when you were doing this skill, both of you put it like this, and I was just wondering if there's a reason that you do that instead of putting it directly behind the baby.
So sometimes we have to do this for quite a long time, and most people find it more comfortable having it in this position. The other thing is that you can actually see the baby better because you're not covering the face.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
That's very helpful. Thank
Excellent.
you.
So what we've done is we have gone through the 4 stages of teaching a skill, and the skill that we've learnt is bag valve mask ventilation.